Start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. To speak to customer service, press 3.
Your show is scheduled to start in 22 seconds. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black. Yep. Yes. Hey, guys. Hello, folks. How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to a special edition of the Tim Black at Night Show. Hey, check this out. Tonight, we're going to do True Story Tuesdays. True Story Tuesdays, y'all. It's a little different. It is Tuesday, right? I think it is. Yeah. It's Tuesday. So, phone lines are opening. All right? We're going to open these phone lines. We're going to get people in here. All right? People going to call in. Trying to make sure my settings are accurate. All right, guys, let me put the phone number up real quick. Call-in number. Put that call in. Get the call-in number on the screen, Tim Black, 319-527-6212.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Why not? Why not? To get the ball rolling, I saw a graphic that I want to share with you. A graphic I want to share with the community. I think everyone needs to see this graphic. This is important because we've been having a lot of conversations about the tax bill and all that good stuff, right? So, as you know, the tax bill is out there and they were supposedly passed it, right? Well, the House have to vote again on the tax overhaul, right? Because they missed a procedural step in the process, so it's going to require another revote, right? And they will vote. The House will have to vote again Wednesday on Republican sweeping tax legislation after several provisions were unexpectedly declared violations of the chamber's rules. The procedural hiccup is not likely to slow the bill for long, with the plan still on track to be delivered to President Trump this week. Senate plans to vote on the bill. They plan to vote on the bill Tuesday night after dropping a provisional related to using tax-advantaged college savings accounts for homeschooling expenses. Another target provision has to do with determining when a university may be exempt from a proposed excise tax on its endowment earnings. The establishment or the stumble is an embarrassment for Republicans whose hours earlier were celebrating on the House floor while enjoying kudos from Trump on Twitter. All right, so this is the graphic I want to share with you. Now, hopefully I can make this really big. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Now, this is how corporations get their payback in tax bill money. Tax bill monies. Tax bill money. This graph has 3 columns. The first column is the number of corporations. Corporations are lined up. Then we have contributions that Republicans made, via those corporations, right? All right. And then we have corporate tax cut under GOP bill, right? So Goldman Sachs, they're going to make a lot of money. Oh, a lot of money. You invest $26 million in the GOP and you get a $6 billion tax break. Give it up for Goldman Sachs. Give it up for Goldman Sachs, y'all. GE, they spent $20 million funding GOP candidates, and what do they get? Oh, they get $15 billion in tax breaks. All right. Hey. Party over here. Party over here. Microsoft, they spent $17 million. They get back $27 billion. Billion, baby. Billion. That's billions, mofo. ExxonMobil, Pfizer, Walmart. I mean, I don't want to go down the list. It'll take too long. But Apple, oh my God, Apple makes out like a big dog. Apple spent a measly $500,000, and for that they will get $47 billion. Give it up for Apple. Woo! Woo, baby. Ooh, Mugabe. That's a lot of dollars. That's a lot of guacamole. I don't care where you come from. That's a lot of money to get back, man. That is a plan. That is right there. That is a deal, baby. I take that deal 7 days a week, twice on Sundays, man. I take that deal anytime. I take that deal soaking wet. I take it covered in horse droppings. I take that bill. That's my kind of bill. Oh, man. Oops. Now do we see why several of us have been pushing back against this GOP bill and telling you working stiffs that, yeah, you're going to get a little something. Here, kid, go buy yourself a lollipop. Meanwhile, up there, the corporations, they make out like fat dogs, man. Like I don't know, like a pigs in slop. Oh, my God, they make out, man. They make out. But I just hate Trump, so I just saying it because I don't like Trump to win. I don't want Trump to have successes. No, that's not why. I'm not saying it because you're going to be broke and you're getting screwed over. I'm getting screwed over. Remember, I'm getting screwed over too. Like, we're all getting screwed over. I ain't part of a big corporation, right? I'm getting screwed over right along with you. But I'm not saying this. I'm not telling these things because I care. I'm saying them because I hate Trump. I hate Trump so much. Oh, I hate Trump. I'm a snowflake. I'm a chocolate snowflake. No, motherfucker. I'm telling you because those are the numbers. I've been telling these people, and I know I'm not talking. Man, look, I know I got great people out there. I know you're like me. You're like, hey, you know what? When issues come up, I look at them for what they are, and I try to make the best determination based on the events. I don't look at the party. I look at the events at hand. I look at the people that are engaged in these events. I look at the surrounding. I try to look at context and try to form an opinion from that, But this, why come just think if the middle class could have made out, or, if working people, let's just say working people, and people trying to work, and people who are unemployed, what if we could have made out like the corporations, man? That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been trying to say. Why we can't do good? Why we can't get a windfall? Why come we can't get a windfall, man? Us, you and I. Why come we can't get the benefit of this country that we helped build? We're the gas that keeps it running. It's the people. What? It pains me when I see working class people fighting for rich people's money to keep rich people richer. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's like buying, I don't know. It's like buying Shaq some elevator shoes. Shaq don't need elevator shoes. Shaq is tall as hell. Shaq almost 8 feet tall. Why you got to buy Shaq elevator shoes? I got to get Shaq the elevator shoes. He too short. We got to help Shaq get taller. Meanwhile, you 4'2", a dwarf. No offense, but you are short. If anybody deserves to get the elevator shoes, it's the short people. That's all I'm saying. Why does when that goes into the brains of these people that it doesn't make sense? I don't understand. I don't get it. It don't make sense. I don't understand. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you fighting for, I don't know, Who got a lot of hair? Bono. No, Bono. Somebody with a perfectly good head of hair. You arguing because you want their hair to be longer. And I'm over here bald. And I'm like, hey, what about me, man? If you don't get somebody hair, give me hair. I need hair. Help me out. Can I get a lineup, please? Could you help me get a lineup? You like, nah, Tim Black. We got to get the magical hair moisturizer to the person with the forehead of hair down to his butt cheeks. What I look like giving you hair stuff. That's your problem, Tim Black. You always want hair to grow on your head. It doesn't make sense. But it makes sense when you have lobbyists paying politicians millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's when it makes sense. Because it don't make sense, but if you get enough people to tell a lie enough times, it becomes a fact. That's right. And people, being people, will believe things using trigger words that get them triggered. Oh, same-sex bathrooms? Uh-oh. The gay people might use the bathroom. We got to vote on that. We got to ride on that. We wouldn't want gay people using the bathroom. We wouldn't want gay people to get married. That's against the Bible. Hey, can we work together on the hair thing? The hair. Yeah. We gotta be worried about I don't know, some other frivolous issue that really don't change the price of tea in China, or the amount of poverty in Alabama, or the amount of hookworms in Louisiana. We got to focus on that. We got to focus on stuff that don't change the water in Flint or the water in Philly or the lack of unemployment in inner cities. We got to focus on that. We got to focus on something that don't have any bearing on real life stuff and make it a big issue, because we wouldn't want to actually make our world better, because we don't like better world. We like arguing on other stuff that change nothing. That's what we like to do. Did Beyonce have a new baby? Is Beyonce pregnant again? Oh man, I hope Beyonce pregnant again. That's so cute. What's she gonna name this baby? This is so special. This is so important. This changes my life. Not one scintilla, not one iota, not one tiny speck of it doesn't change my life in any way at all. But I want to argue about it. Yeah, I want to read a lot about it. And the worst thing about it, if you're a black person like myself, is our so-called black media talks about that shit all the time. What is Beyonce doing? Did you hear Drake's album? I heard Eminem dropped a new CD. Ooh, let's make Charlamagne a leading speaker for black people. Yeah, what does he know about? Rap? Yeah, let's make him, let's do that. And anyone with a real cohesive thought, with actual plans, with actual goals that are bigger than themselves, anyone with a vision, they get kneecapped, they get destroyed, they get thrown out with the bathwater. And that's the state of America. This GOP tax scam bill, it's not about parties, man. Look. It's about what we going to do. What we going to do? We going to keep fighting amongst ourselves? Or we ever going to come together? That's why I support the poor people's movement, because I believe there's some things that are bigger than everything. That would be humanity, livelihood, people being able to raise their families indoors with food on the table, and getting away from this idea that anybody who does not have just don't want nothing. That is a tactic that is used to make you numb to the misery that abounds us in this country. That's my monologue. That's how I wanted to open it up. All right, guys. The phone lines is open. Phone lines are open, just like our borders. Are they open borders? I don't know. It just sounded right. Look, guys, come on, call up 319-527-6212. I'd like to hear what you have to say tonight. My people on Periscope, are you in the house Periscope, man? Look, this what we're going to do. Tonight, I'm not going to ask where you're from, and you can tell me where you're from, but I want to know what platform you're on. I want to know, how do you watch this show? Okay, so I'm going to say, hey, just tell me, like, I'm on Facebook, or I'm off Periscope, or I'm on Twitter, or something, so like I kind of get an understanding of who's calling into the show and who's being touched by the show, who's responding to the broadcast, and just give me a better idea of where I need to put more of my resources too. If you got $1, you need to put that dollar on the hot number. You need to put that dollar on that number that's gonna come up. So I won't put my dollar. I only got $1. I like to spend that $1 on a platform that I know is getting results. So do that for me, y'all. All right. Bring this mouse over here. My first call is the 718 number. 718, you're live. What's your name? Where you calling from, and what platform?
Hi, from Ganem from Brooklyn, New York. That's where I'm from.
All right. What platform you on,
Tim?
What platform you on, my brother?
Facebook,
Facebook,
I don't know
Twitter?
what platform I'm in.
You on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube?
I would say YouTube with H.A. Goodman, your good buddy that I saw you on when you were talking to him and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I saw you on.
Okay, go right ahead, my brother. What's on your mind tonight?
All right, I do want to bring something up. It's like Republicans are like grilling the crap out of the Deputy FBI Director, Andrew McCabe, since that incident with the anti-Trump text messages from Peter Strzok and also Andrew Weissman with thanking Sally Yates with the stopping Trump's executive order since she was kicked out of administration since she was the acting attorney general and all that shit. And now it's like Republicans are going to go crazy against not just Andrew McCabe, but now on Robert Mueller, since he is playing dirty cop and every shit that he's been doing. And, I don't even think that Robert Mueller even does have great credibility since the fact that he was appointed special counsel by Rod Rosenstein and all that shit. And let me think what else about Michael Flynn or maybe Robert Mueller. Oh, yeah, and, let me think what else is in the tip of my mind now. Oh, yeah, and the fact that Eric Holder was very nasty and hostile with Trump saying not to about the firing and all that. Mm-hmm. It's not just Eric Holder that was very hostile about firing Mueller. Brennan was, too, especially saying that if Mueller was fired, it would be like, a revolution or a coup against him. And that's talking real hostile shit there just because the fact that Mueller is just playing dirty cop against Trump's campaign and all that shit. And also, in RT America, it's now accusing George Soros, a neoliberal Hungarian American billionaire, that the right-wingers have been accusing for, paying protesters to protest and harass Trump and all that shit. And, yeah, all that because, very nasty him since he won the magic number 270. So that's all I will say about that.
My brother, thank you for your phone call. I appreciate it. My man said he found me on YouTube.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you got it, man. He said he found me on YouTube. Hey, man, for the record, H.A. Goodman now, we talk every day. That's still my guy. Just because we don't do shows together, I do 3 shows a day. H.A. does a lot of videos. We both writing and working and doing shows. But, yeah, don't get that twisted. H.A.'s still my guy, man. We still friends. We are friends beyond doing a show together, So, and you know what I need to do? I need to go on H.A. Goodman's show on his channel because I have never been on H.A. Goodman's channel. He's invited me to go on there. And, yeah, I'm going to do that real soon, man. So I'm going to make that happen. And, just to let people know, man, even if you got different politics on certain issues, don't mean you can't still be friends, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all can still be friends. What's going on? How are we going to get the world to go in the direction we needed to go to? And we can't, if we dropping friends just because they, may see an issue different than us. How are we going to be thought leaders and change leaders, man? We got to do better. So yeah, I'm definitely down for doing better in that area. 715, my people. 715, you're live. What's your name and what platform did you find the show on? Or are you watching the show on?
Hey Tim, this is Chris Barnes.
Chris.
My platform is from YouTube.
YouTube in the house. Give it up for YouTube. All right, Chris, man. What's on your mind tonight, Chris?
Actually, I just got done watching the interview you did with Donna Brazil.
Hey, he watched the interview. Talk to me, man.
And I absolutely loved it, to be honest. Because I saw the video you posted after, too, saying that some people were kind of thinking that you should ask better questions or whatever. But I think that you did a great job on that interview because, like you said, she could turn off at any time. And what I like about that interview, instead of like any other interview, like on CNN or Fox or whatever, they interview them for about 2 minutes. They ask them a few questions, and then it's done and over with. But you had her for, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever, however long it was. And you could really see her kind of lie, So when you were talking to her, she had her, her bits that she could put in. But the more you talk, you can kind of see that, she's got her sound bites she can put in, but, that's about it. And then when you try to push her a little bit, then she would fall back on you knowing that she could hang up at any time. So I thought it was actually a really good interview. And I'm glad that people like you are out there and can get Donna Brazil on your show and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
So I just want to say thank you for what you're doing and what you're the cause that you're trying to get up and get moving.
Yeah.
So that's why I called him.
Man, but look, Chris, man, I want to thank you, brother, for calling up, and I appreciate it, man. I need the kind words, the positive reinforcement on that interview. Yeah, bro, Chris, man, I tell you, bro, I understand people, we want to see SmackDowns. We want to see, I get it. Like, I get the community. I understand what they want. Because we've been, we're tired of seeing corruption. We're tired of seeing lies on corporate media. I get that. You know what I mean? But it's not going to do me any favors to disrespect or, to push back beyond. Like, there was a couple questions that I asked her that she hasn't been asked that way on any network. I know, I've seen everything, every interview she's done. And I had her for an hour, and I had an opportunity to ask her the majority of questions. I ran out of questions almost because I took questions, not just my questions from other people. So, yeah, you can always prepare better. There's always some way that you could do a better job in some area. It's kind of late now. If people say, Tim, you should have done this or done that, I announced the Donna Brazil interview a month ago. I don't know. I did I think I did all right. But thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, my brother. And let me go to the next call. 704 in the house. You are live, 704. What's your name and what platform are you on?
Bruce, coming by the way of YouTube.
My man Bruce got some flavor. I like it, Bruce. What's up, man? How you been?
Oh, man, the last caller beat me to it. They should call Donna Brazil the new Aunt Jemima because she was spreading that shit on thick, man. Seriously? Unprofessional. Hillary Clinton buys out the whole DNC, screws Bernie Sanders, and screws America by elevating Trump and then fucking around and getting him elected president. You want to call that unprofessional? Bitch, please. That ain't unprofessional. That should be criminal. They should be in jail. She fucking destroyed any sense of credibility that the DNC or the Democrats really had. Because not only did she screw over a great politician, a progressive, but then she ends up screwing over his credibility when he has to go and back that old bitch. And then she's going to sit there and be like, oh, I don't think it was rigged. I wouldn't call it rigged. No, it's not rigged. I call it unprofessional. Unprofessional. Walking into your job with your dick out, that's unprofessional. This was rigging. There's a difference. Like, seriously. It was huge. Chim, I was about to throw furniture, man. Every time I would see her just process a new bullshit when you would try to stick her on something that she said, it was just, I wanted to put a foot through the wall, man. So it's just like, this is why Trump won. Well, not just that, but the fact that our whole society, for some god-awful reason, likes to idolize people with money. Now, don't get me wrong, but I get sick and tired also of seeing more posts and Twitters about fucking Kyle Jenner's baby bump than hearing anything about Malala and what she's doing to help save the freaking world. Frustrating. And we wonder why Trump is president.
Wow.
What the hell has the Kardashians ever done to actually deserve the type of popularity they ever done? One person got OJ off. One dated Kanye. Great. The Kardashians getting black men off for over 20 years. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. But yeah, frustrating. Very frustrating because the entertainment business and the news industry, they're all in on it. Why do you think every single time CNN reports on, The Daily Show goes right back and completes the circle jerk by reporting mostly CNN bullcrap? They're all in on it. And even one of the comedians that came on that Trevor Noah Daily Show put it out there as plain and simple. The easiest way to screw over people is to use comedy and entertainment because it smooths over the bullshit you're trying to make them actually believe. That's why you have a bunch of liberals out here doing crap they have no idea what they're talking about, just like Republicans. They just feel die hard about something they have no idea they're talking about because they listen to people like Alex Jones and other people on the right, or they listen to sometimes Cenk Uygur, and they may not know completely what they're talking about. And both of them are fighting over each other for ideologies because both of them, they're pretty much the same person. They want us to basically attack each other. And then you have the situation here where both sides are guilty, Republicans and Democrats, the stuff they've done, but they'll never admit it. And every time you try to stick them to it, they do the exact same thing that Brazil did during your show. That bitch had more duck and weave than Ali during all of his career.
My brother. I got to leave it there, Bruce. I'm going to leave it there, man. Thank you so much, Bruce, for the phone call. Lord. See what I'm saying? Now, if I would have had the response that Bruce had, it'd been a very short interview. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Yeah, man, I'm tired of fake, entertainment news. Like, man, who cares about people's, relationships? We do. America does. You know what? When we say, Bruce, who cares about that stuff? Yeah, people care about it. That's why I got a lot of viewers. A lot of people tune into that garbage, man. You know what I mean? And people are in different stages of waking up, or some people are just fast asleep. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for calling out, man. 708. You're live. What's your name and what platform are you on?
Hey, Tim. I'm on YouTube. This is your big pain in the ass, Paul Chapman again.
Paul, what's up, my
How's
brother?
it going?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Listening to the show and wondering how things are going. I was just listening to the last guy thinking, what does it matter? You're getting a lot of criticism over, what questions you didn't ask down in Brazil, but does that really matter? I mean, you're going to get the answers that you're going to get regardless. I don't care who asks them. So I think it's a good thing that you had her on, You got some things in front of her. That's great, and we should all applaud that. You know, let her speak her piece, and you know, we can all judge it from there. You know, that's great, but they shouldn't judge you over it. You know, last time we talked about net neutrality, which still ain't gone nowhere. I'm just reading now that Bernie Sanders threw a wrench into the mix here that is going to, like, potentially stop the tax scam vote, at least for a little bit. So let's all, you know, pray to whatever higher power that you need to get that fixed, because nobody needs that. We need people that actually represent us rather than people that, you know, just represent themselves. But other than that, how's it going with you, my man?
I'm good, man. Brother, this is my first rodeo. You know what I'm saying, Paul? So I'm used to it. That's why I want to just open
and my wife wants me to ask you what's going on with the coffee situation, because she's still waiting to buy coffee from your website.
Well, tell your wife, until I find a new vendor, I'm sorry, you know, I can't do anything until I get a good vendor that's reliable, who won't. Because, Paul, the last company I was with,
she's just determined on that. Like daily, she gives me shit over it. Yeah,
it was good coffee too, Paul. I swear, the coffee was great, but the business wasn't working out for them on their end. So it's something going on their end.
You know how women are, man. I just gotta get her an answer so she'll stop asking me.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like Bill Burr says, you know, they just and they keep going. They never stop. That's where I'm at with it, you know.
And look, man.
But anyways.
All right, man. All right, Paul. Hey, look, man. Thank you for the phone call, Paul. You have a good one, man. You too, Paul. Don't look, man. Don't make the house a hostile environment on my behalf, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to live there. Oh, you said this in front of Tim Black, did you? Okay. It's going to be mighty cold. It's the wrong time of year to be on the couch with a blanket. All right, I'm going to go to the next call, y'all. 214 in the house. What's your name and what platform? Hello? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, my name's Dave. I'm calling from Texas. I'm watching on YouTube.
YouTube, man. YouTube is kicking. Man, YouTube is holding me down, man. I've got all YouTube. Everyone's been YouTube, man. Periscope, Facebook is bad. What's up, Paul? Talk to me. Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. What's up, Dave?
My name's Dave. My name's Dave. Thanks. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Tim. I really like your show. You're just a straight shooter, and I watched your Donna Brazile interview, and I think you did as good a job as anybody can do against her. She's a very professional talker. I mean, she rolls everybody. But I think you did pry out a couple of things out of her which are useful, and I'm glad you watched her other interviews, because she's telling little bits of her story, and I think people are going to be able to put it all together. And one of the things I would have asked, obviously everybody thinks about these things afterwards, is why hasn't there been more a better investigation of Seth Rich? I mean, where is it? What's going on? If doesn't anybody care? She acts like she does. But, you didn't press her on that one. You did ask her, which, nobody's asking her about Seth Rich.
I asked her three questions about Seth Rich, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pressed, and she just danced. I mean, she danced around. And then the server thing, she was the hacking, she really did a good dance on that one, acting like, the FBI didn't even want to look at her at the server. That was just... that was gold. So she's digging herself a hole, I think. One interview at a time. She's got to do the interviews to sell her book. So she's going to keep doing it. But at the end, she did offer to come back on your show.
She did, yeah.
And so since you were kind of, you were friendly friendly to her, and she seemed like she was, not pissed off or anything. Getting her back on again would be awesome, because then you can do a little more research and ask her a few more questions and pry out a few more things. But she's got the motherload of information, being twice the DNC head. I mean, she's got to have more dirt on people than we can even realize.
Damn straight, Dave. I'm glad you see that there is some sense in being cordial, but still asking tough questions. But man, I appreciate you, Dave, man, from YouTube, man.
Oh, yeah, you get more flies with honey than vinegar. Now, one last point. Sorry, I'll be quick.
Okay.
I think Bernie he knows what he's doing. He can't piss off the base of the Democrat, and he had to drink the poison and back Hillary because he had to do it. If he would have said, "Yeah, this is pissing me off. I'm going to run third party," he might have had a shot at it. But even if he did win the presidency, he wouldn't have the Democratic Party behind him. He would have to run against them, and then they'd all be pissed at him. And even if he won the presidency without a major party, he'd be feckless. He would not be able to do anything. So he has to take over the Democratic Party. And since they cheated him that time, I was there in Iowa, and he had no name recognition. Nobody knew who he was. Everybody thought Hillary was a total shoe-in. He had almost no chance, and he almost won. It was beautiful. And if he had won Iowa, then it might have snowballed forward. He might have got the nomination, but I think he had to get cheated in order to get the name recognition and he's the most popular politician in America right now. And Democrats are like him, like 80% of Democrats like him. So right now, he's perfectly poised to either run again or name somebody like, Tulsi or Nina, somebody, and pick the next nominee, because they can't stop him now. People know who he is.
There you go, my brother.
I think he's playing. I think he's playing it smarter than most people think. I think that the Dem exit people, they don't understand that the system is rigged for two parties only. There can't be a third party. If you start a third party, it just doesn't work. When's the last time we had a third party that started? It's been like 100 years ago. Our system is rigged for that. So if Bernie gets a hold of the top spot, he can say, okay, no more big money. We're not taking that stuff anymore. He can change the Democratic Party, and then the whole thing collapses, because right now they're just keeping both parties going with this, Tweedledee and Tweedledum routine.
Well, I hear you, man.
Anyway,
I thank you, Dave, for the phone call, man. Wow.
I think Nomi's onto it, but let's give Bernie a lot of credit, because he's been playing this game for a long time. Same song.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Dave brings up a good point. I do want to support green parties or third parties, man. Whether it's the People's Independent Party, the Draft Bernie Party, for a People's Party, if not that, a People's Party, and that's what it looks like the direction Nick Bronner and crew are going. The whole movement there. There are a lot of other parties that are trying to get their legs under them, and I support that, man. I think people should vote for what they believe in, vote for the party they believe in. But I do see your point as well, Dave. And you're right. If you don't have the support in the House and Senate, what can you get done? Bernie could executive order him, just like Trump is. Trump get a lot done with that pen. I got to give it to Trump. Trump, he's writing a lot of stuff down. That's what he's doing. He's writing a lot of stuff. I do want to say one thing, man. When I mention Mr. Rich, people don't realize that is a big deal. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years, right? When the establishment goes after me, they only have one thing they ever say. I talked about Mr. Rich. The fact that I talked about it 3 times last night, that means I don't care about the establishment. I don't know why people don't realize that. Like, people in my industry know it. Jimmy Dore mentioned it one time. He did one video, then he had to do another video sort of denouncing the first video he did, and they still did a smear piece on him. They did a smear piece on me in the Washington Post because of that. That is the one. Manira Tandon went after me. That was the only thing she had. You promote conspiracy theorists. You talked about Seth. That is it. So, independent media, we got it bad enough. And I think we need to communicate better with our people so that they know how this system works. Anyone, and I do mean anyone, who talks about that, they are done. They are done in liberal media, all right? In corporate media. That is your death certificate. And mine was signed yesterday. If it wasn't signed before, it was signed yesterday. Believe me, people were watching the Donna Brazile interview from the establishment. So know that. So you could say people can say all this stuff they want to say. They don't know what they're talking about at all. And if they don't focus on that. And if they do know what they're talking about, it's even worse because that means they're being dishonest. That's just how it works. All right, so we go next call. But thank you, Dave, for knowing it and for calling it out. And I wish more people did. 423, you are live, 423. What's your name and what platform you on? How you doing, my friend?
Brian Crosby from your YouTube.
Brian, what's up? Man, I got to call you Swifty, man. That's the name I know, Brian Crosby. This is Swifty, man. H.A. Goodman, if you're watching, Brian's over here. What's up, my brother?
I wanted to read off what my representative said today about that tax code and all that. That's okay.
Sure, man.
Well, he was saying it's an overhaul that hasn't occurred in 31 years. It's supposed to be a benefit for East Tennesseans like me, and it's going to save us over $24,000. And he just lying through his teeth. I just wanted to see what you thought about it.
Yeah, man. I think I put up a graphic in the beginning where I showed who really makes out on this new GOP tax scam, and it's the big corporations, man. They make out the most. In fact, small business isn't even helped that much in this plan. Average working people, we're not going to make out in this plan. It's a payback. It's a payback to corporations. You look at the numbers don't lie. They're the ones who reap the benefits of this tax plan. You may reap a small adjustment, but hell, anybody under $10,000, I think it was, there is a certain amount of poor people who nothing changes. Like their tax rate didn't change at one bit, okay? Getting rid of the Obama individual mandate, brother, I know that feels good, and I know some people are hurt by it. I get it. But it also means that other people are going to be hurt. We need to go to some type of coverage that covers everybody, man. That's what I believe. That's the way you get away from that. That's my response to it, Brian.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
You got it, brother. I'm glad you decided to call back in, man. And I love you, B. You always, Brian, look, man. Brian is like one of those people that's always got your back on. He got my back online. Him, Eric. There are a lot of people, man. Paul Chapman's good too, man. There are a lot of people. Mr. Van Dyke. There are a lot of good people out there, man. They got my back on social media. So shout out to everybody on social media who jumps in every once in a while and kind of holds it down, and supports this show, man. You know who you are. You know what you do. Thank you so much. Seriously. Good people, good people, good people. 225, you are live. What's your name and what platform are you calling from?
Through YouTube, Tim. I'm going to give you a guess, man. Who do you think this is?
Dude, oh, man. Who do I think this is on YouTube? Man, come on, man. You got to give me a hint or something.
Let's just say a former TBS member, and I was there from early on.
Hold on.
You back?
Hold on. I'm picturing somebody. Bruh. God, did you move? Did you pick up and move to another state?
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm not gonna leave you out here. Your man, Captain Kenneth, man.
Kenneth, man. Oh man, when you said TBS, I was thinking Tim Black show. You mean Talking Shit show? oh, y'all don't know this guy right here, man. When I was like just doing like random the dog bit the man videos and stuff like that, man. Kenneth goes back so far, man. How you doing, Kenneth? What's up?
Yeah, I'm making it, man. I'm hanging in there, man. Hanging in there.
So, man, look, man, what's on your mind, man? Tell me something, Kenneth, man. Kenneth, did you graduate yet? You still in school?
Still in there, trying to fight back. Still dealing with some medical issues, but we're hanging in there.
That's it, man. That's what it is, man. You a fighter, man. I love you, man. What's going? Anything on your mind in the world that's happening that you want to comment on, bro?
First of all, I just want to congratulate you, man. Seeing you grow. I mean, seeing your popularity rise. I mean, it's just like I said. I remember from seeing you way back then. You just had a certain it factor with the way that you conducted yourself, your persistence and everything. And like I just noticed that you had grind and that hustle. And I was like, man, I don't know how it's gonna happen. But Tim, you're gonna find a way, man, and sure enough, man, you're making noise, man. You're making noise.
My man, Kenneth.
So I just want to congratulate you on that. But I did notice your interview with Donna Brazile, and I've actually followed Donna Brazile for quite a while because I'm from Louisiana as well. Near Baton Rouge, so Baton Rouge, New Orleans. That's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Right.
And it's quite interesting because not to insult anybody, or any of your viewer base, but it's quite interesting to see how some of the people are trying to come after you and say you should have did this and that, and you would have handled this, how they would have handled it differently with you and stuff. And it's quite hilarious because she is a very accomplished and a very well-spoken and a very an intellectual person, and I mean she's, like you said, she's taught at places like Harvard and Georgetown. I mean places where these same people out here that are criticizing you couldn't even be a student, and she's been an educator there. So I think sometimes people need to give you a little bit more leeway and understand that. Especially like you're saying with doing these interviews over the internet, they can check out at any time. They have no obligation. It's not like, being on television or something where, it will more advantageous for them to stay. They could just leave at any time. You know what I'm saying? You're not. They have no obligation for. I mean, in their eyes, not saying that you're not good at what you do, but. Right. To them, I mean, to a Donna Brazile, in her eyes, a Tim Black, compared to what she's done previously, she could just check out at any time. I mean, but the fact that you were actually able to get her to sit down, I think that's just phenomenal, man. That if anything, I'd say like, given the time, this is a very special time, in my opinion, where normal, everyday people can actually touch these elite, whatever you want to categorize these people. You want to categorize them as I don't know, whatever, the inner circle, whichever, the movers and shakers. But I think we've, for the first time, really in the history of this nation, have these people to be somewhat accountable. I mean, given the fact that social media, given the fact that there has to be some level of accountability. And I just want to, congratulate you, man. I would tell you, keep your head down, keep on kicking, man, because I mean, it's chipping away. It's slowly chipping away, man. And I'm just so tired of see where you got, man. I know I'm rambling on, but I mean, like I say, I remember whenever you were just Tim. I mean, and look where you got now, man. So just imagine what you can, what kind of change and effect you can do in the future, man. And if anybody out here, out there that have aspirations, put their hat in the ring, I encourage them to do that as well, because you never know, man. You never really know.
That brother Kenneth, man. Kenneth, man. Hit me up on Twitter, man. We'll talk, man. Give it up for my friend Kenneth, man. This guy, I want to explain to you guys. I want to explain to you something. There are this small group of people, right, that Kenneth goes back like 4 or 5 years, man. Like, we talking 2013, and I remember Kenneth telling me that in 2013. Tim, just keep going, man. Keep doing it. And that just feels so good to hear you say those kind words, man, but also insightful words, right? The realism, man. And Kenneth, man, as far as you, my young friend, I believe in you. And if there's ever any way that I can assist you, if there's a way that I can be an influence or a help in any way, let me know, brother, because I think you have a lot to offer this world as well. And I just want to let you know, man, your words, they didn't fall on deaf ears back in the day. People said, Tim, you're too old. People said, Tim, you're too black. People said, Tim, you're too fat. Tim, you're too bald. Tim, you're too... I heard everything negative that could possibly be said to a human being was said to me. But then you got good people like Kenneth and like Smoking Dog and these other people and Mystical. This is even before my Mystical Carter crowd. When you say something encouraging to someone, they can put it in their briefcase of their heart and carry it with them through the hard times, and maybe they can make it. So look, last thing I'm going to say, guys, do it. Whatever you want to do, just do it, and don't stop doing it, and just keep doing it. Keep getting better at it. And if you're not that good at it, that means you need to do it more often. You need to do it longer, because that's what I did. So anyway, guys, give it up for that. All right. That brother, man, that brother. All right. Wow. Speaking of Mystical Carter, I see him hanging out in the queue. Mystical Carter, what's up, my friend? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's
up, man? How you been, man? What's going on?
What's up, baby boy, man? Hey, man, you still hanging in there, man. All these years, man, you still doing great work, man. I always got to give you props.
Man,
I always got to give you props, Tim. You came a long way, brother, and I'm proud of you, man. And I wish you nothing but the best, brother, man, for real.
Well, look, brother, I appreciate it, man. You've been there too, man. I remember when it was just you and a handful of people every night. Me, you, Kim. Kim Santana called up here last Friday.
Oh, my God, did she?
She called up this joint.
Oh, my God, I ain't heard that name in so long. Oh, my God, Kim and Los and Marvin.
Yeah.
And Stella's dad. And oh my God, the names! Oh my God, all of them, man. They was all there in the very beginning, man. Yeah. I love all those guys, man.
Wow, amazing, brother, amazing.
I was gonna sing a song. Nami was supposed to be on the switchboard on the ones and twos. Tim, you know what the ones and twos mean.
No, I'm not
on the turntables.
Nami was supposed to be, look. You see.
Every time we talk to Tim.
You see that, Tim? You said she always acting up. Always acting up. She was supposed to be on the ones and twos. We was gonna sing y'all a song, man. Nami done messed up the switchboard.
No, who's gonna sing a song? He's the only one who knows lyrics. 1, a 2, you know what to do. That's all I got on the ones and twos. What? Love you, Wolfpack. Love you.
Nami
acting up, man. I was supposed to come up in here on a Sierra tip, man. You know you want the goodies. You know you want goodies. Yeah, she was supposed to come up in here, man. She don't mess up the lyrics, man. So we can't even sing the song now.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yes. Yeah.
We love you.
I love y'all back, man. You know that.
Just like, just like you said, Kim and Lowe's and all of them, man.
listening to that other caller, I was getting some memories on what?
Yeah, Kenneth. Yeah, shout out Kenneth.
Yeah.
Man.
Getting memories like what from that?
Wow.
Way back, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Tim, keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, when you got people talking about you in a bad way, that means you're doing something right.
That's right. Don't you let them take your cornbread, Tim. We ain't going to stand for that bull crap.
My brother.
We ain't having none of that bull jive around these parts, man.
Man. I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for calling. I want that song on Freedom Friday, man. Don't call up here punking out. I want to hear this. I want to hear Mystical can hold a tune up in here, man. I'll be here Friday. That's, Christmas ain't till Monday. I'll be here Friday. I'll do my best to, keep schedules on Freedom Friday, because that's my people's day. That's my that's my family's day. That's y'all day, So let me go to the next call and trying to bring some people in here, man. They've been hanging out, man. Thank you so much. 531. 531. You're live. What's your name and what platform are you on? Hey.
This is Gary from Nebraska. I'm on YouTube.
YouTube, man.
Can't
YouTube is dominating. YouTube is
do
like.
anything on Facebook, they just kind of shut me down. So.
They did. I hear you, man.
Hey, I thought you did a pretty good job there last night. You asked some tough questions over. You couldn't just come right out and attack her,
What? I couldn't, Gary. I couldn't just be, just start calling her the B word and call her a liar. I couldn't do that, man. Why not?
You would have hit the delete button quicker than you could blink your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I really wanted to talk about was this doggone tax plan.
Talk to me, man. Have you looked into it, Gary?
Gary,
have you looked into the tax plan?
This is the biggest austerity thing that they've ever come up with, because it's going to cost us big time, The only thing that's going to happen is that the rich are going to get filthy richer, and we're going to pay for it, We're not going to. The only trickle down we're going to see is the trickle down of when they cut everything. They cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, you name it. That's gonna trickle down to us, And the other part of the trickle down is they're gonna cut all the different states, all their funding for roads and whatever else. Well, the states are going to raise your taxes, so you're going to end up paying more. So that'll trickle down to you. But other than that, you're not going to get a darn thing out of them. People need to wake up that you can't just let the Republicans have all the House and the Senate and the presidency at the same time, because this is exactly what they've been wanting to do for years. They work on a slow plan, and they've been for years, from back in the 1940s, they wanted to dismantle the New Deal. Now they got their chance. It's a nightmare.
Gary, my brother.
What do you think, Tim?
I think you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head, brother, and I wish more people understood it. But I think the majority of Americans do understand it. It's just that we don't have any way to stop it. I think most people, whether Republican or Democrat or Libertarian or whatever you are, you see what's going on with this tax bill, So what can we do, Gary?
Yeah.
Can't do nothing.
I know. People just need to start opening their eyes and seeing what their plans are behind the scenes,
Right.
Yeah. We need to get that out, and we need to get Bernie elected.
Yeah, somebody, man, that we can hold accountable, man. Gary, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you for speaking up about that damn tax plan. Look, one of the things that pisses me off, Gary, is that, for instance, I put out this tweet about the tax plan. No, my tweet wasn't even about taxes. My tweet was like, neither one of these parties can claim the moral high ground, because we have poor people in this country. We have over 40 million people living in poverty in this country. If we don't address that, you can't talk to me about being the party of morality, okay? That's what I said. That was the tweet. I had people responding to my tweet pissed off trying to defend Trump. The tweet was about parties. So when people say the Democrats are the only ones who want to defend Hillary and defend the Democrats, no. There are Republicans who do the same thing now. There are people who are Trump supporters who somehow identify Trump as Republican, and they defend Trump even if the policies don't help them. It's the same stuff that you see under Hillary, that you see under Trump. It's the same stuff. They're doing the same thing. And in my tweet, didn't even mention Trump's name. I try not to just go after Trump repeatedly. Everybody does that. I try to look at the policy, go at the policy. In this case, I was talking about poverty. I'm championing for poor people of all walks of life. It just so happens over 36% of people in poverty happen to be black. I didn't make it that way. That's the way it is. We're 13% of the population and 3 times more likely to be under poverty than any other group. But there are a lot of white people that are living in poverty. Probably another, but what, 50% are, living in, of the people that are in poverty are white folks. So it's a multicultural issue. It's a multiracial. It's a lot of people, and everybody who's in poverty, who's living in poverty, is not some crackhead or some heroin head, some opiate head who don't want to work. And even if they are, those people are sick. That's a sickness, man. Being an addict is a sickness. They need medical attention, not to be demonized. But a lot of people, it's not that hard to be homeless in America. Live paycheck to paycheck and then lose your damn paycheck. And then not have a family to go live with. And welcome to the streets. First you'll be in your car. And then when your car get towed because you can't renew your tags or you parking somewhere you ain't supposed to park, now you end up in the shelter or the streets. This is how it goes. And those people who scoff, who laugh, who look down their nose at the less fortunate people, I pray that you don't end up where you think they are, because you could. Give it up for that. All right. .302, you're live. What's your name and what platform are you on?
Yeah, my name is David Alexander. I'm calling from Delaware. YouTube is my thing. I don't care for Facebook. But I got to give you in kudos for this Brazil interview, because what it's shown is, it was almost like having, in the rarefied atmosphere of these people that, leading our country, whatever the ruler, but one of them to come to you and talk to you says volumes. It doesn't really matter what the interview was. The fact that she's wanted to talk to you says so much about what she feels about you and the future of, America, and that she would even open up to you. She's so enmeshed in the organization. She's at the end of her career. She wants to retire. She said she wants to get back into activism. She's excited by what she sees with the millennials. Her spirit is amazing, but she's so entrapped with the organization she can't really say the truth. But you're respectful to her, and that's important. But you still ask the hard questions. But she can't answer those questions, and we know that she can't, But that's not her, that's okay, because we don't want her to go to authority, right? What she said was go out, get involved, And what she's trying to say is an older, experienced person who went through a lot of progressive stuff in her day. She's trying to say to us, pick up there's no young people, and the point of the Democratic Party is all old folks. And, they're not, it's just natural to be, you're tired, you're over, you've done your thing. You keep talking about the past all the time. Every time you brought up anything, to say, talk about her past. But you weren't, trying to give her a hard time about her, who she is. You were trying to find out the truth of the Democratic Party machination. But she can't tell you that, but she certainly revealed a lot. And I think it's amazing that she came to you, because she sees, I think, in you somebody very different. You're like You're a real journalist who you separate your opinions from when you're interviewing people, and you give your opinions strongly. Like Jimmy Dore, I love watching him, but he's like over the top. But he doesn't interview people, you know. But you do. And I think if you were to interview more progressive candidates, like every week have a new candidate, like interview, you could do so much to help them, and they could help, you know, the cause, because, you know, it's like, and I'm sure they'd all be eager to talk to you, because the following you have is very strong, and people really, you know, it's a quality, not quantity. Not so much the number of likes. It's like, you know, it's like how strongly people really, you know, understand what you're trying to say. And I love your fairness and your, you know, you're wanting to be mainly a mensch, you know, a human being, you know, first. The issues is what matters. When you talk to politicians, it's apples and oranges. We normal human beings think about issues. You know, can I eat today? Can I pay my bills? But they're in another world. They don't even know what you're talking about. You know, you bring up Seth Rich, whatever. You know, what are they going to say? But you know, I just, you know, I've been listening to you for like 2 years now.
Wow. I
really appreciate what you're doing, and I think if you hang in there, I think the sky's the limit. And in terms of, I don't know, there's something there. Right. There's something palpable, you know. And I get excited when I hear your show and listen to people calling in the diversity. You're crossing bridges. You're bringing people together. Thanks a lot, Tim Black.
My brother Dave, man. Thank you, man, for hanging in there with me. He said he's been listening for a couple of years, man. Dave, man, that means everything, man. It means I made the right gamble. I gambled doing this, bruh. This was a risk. You know, this was a risk, not just for me, for my family, man. And I have children, you know. So I had people that count on me. And I hear people who are really critical, man, who have day jobs. I mean, really critical. I hear critical retired people who don't even have to worry about their bills. I saw some people on Nico House did a video about my show. And I saw people who I've met in real life who don't work for a living, being critical of this show, being critical of what they said I should have done with Donna Brazile. As if I could just do whatever I want with Donna Brazile. As if I'm just dealing with some lightweight person who I could just, and you know what, that's not who I am, man. I let callers call up and say what they want. Oh, that's fine. I can let caller call up who I disagree with and let them have their say. I do it every Friday on this show. I let people call up with various opinions. One of my favorite callers is a Trump supporter. We hardly agree on anything, but I let him talk. I don't hang up on him. I don't treat him rudely. But for Donna, because we don't like things that she's done, you think I should treat her horrible. And if I don't pass a litmus test, to me that's disgraceful. And I'm not so far removed, I'm not so big, where I don't notice the people who are doing it. But I won't respond to them. I just want them to know I know who they are. And I know how you roll. And I know how detached you are. And I'll tell you one other thing. Something that Kenneth reminded me of, man. You know, winning is important because some of these policies that have been put in place, they're horrible policies. It's important. When I met Nina Turner, she said, you know, it's not enough. I think Nina said this. She said, it's not enough to be right. You have to win, too. Because it's a lot at stake if you don't win. That matters, too. We have to bake all that into our cake because this tax bill, for instance, this is not good, man. It's going to hurt a lot of people. A lot of people. It really is. And I don't know how we're going to win, but we got to find a way to win, bro. We do. Thank you, Dave, for your phone call, man. I appreciate you. 424, knocking at the door. What's your name and what platform are you on?
Is this me?
That's you, my friend.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I'm 44. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm on my Android phone and YouTube.
YouTube, man. YouTube. You too, man. I tell you, man, my YouTube audience is strong, man. So I did the right thing streaming my shows to YouTube, man. What's your name again, brother?
My name is John, man. I called once before a couple of years ago.
Wow.
And I'm a proud Tim Black patron.
My brother John. Thank you, John. I appreciate you, man.
You came through. You did real good last night with Donna. Yeah. We on Facebook, on YouTube, were going nuts on her, but you held it, man. You done good. You asked the right questions and let her hang herself, basically. You had a caller a while back that, or was it Dave or somebody? I'm an old dude, man. I'm like 60. I'm on Social Security. I'm like, in my 60s and so forth. And I left the Democratic Party 2 weeks last year, 2 weeks before the Democratic National Convention, after what I saw what they did to Bernie. I was a big Bernie supporter, and I think he was our last chance. I did not vote for Hillary, and I did not vote for Trump. Jill Stein was the best candidate on my ballot, and there's nothing in the U.S. Constitution that says anything at all about political parties. So I had four choices on my ballot: Gary Johnson, Jill Stein, Hillary Clinton, or Donald Trump. Trump and Hillary are out of the question. I think libertarians are nuts. I voted for Jill Stein. Because people need to get off of this idea that it's a duopoly. It's only a duopoly because they let it continue to be so. And there's as many people, as many parties as we want, and you got to stand up and at some point say, no, look, I'll vote for the best candidate regardless of party. I've never voted Republican in my life, and I probably never will, just because of what that party stands for. And the Democratic Party cheated me last year, and because Bernie Sanders was our hope, and they cheated. Hillary, cheated and lost. I'm not going to give a dime to a Democrat, not to the Democratic Party or the DNC. And but I vote every election and have since 1972. And but now, I guess that's all I got to say.
Man, look, John.
Thanks, Tim.
Hey, man, thank you, John, for the kind words, and thank you for the supporting this show, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, man, like, I hear people who say that, we could never have a third party. Brother, obviously I disagree. I voted for Jill Stein, and I'd do it again under the same circumstances. So, because I believe that strongly that we need other parties. Things can happen. Things can change. We got to change them. I want my kids to have options, right? So my youngest son is 9. In 10 years, he'll be voting. I want him to have an option. We got to create that option, man. All right. It's my job to push it. It's my job, all right? So, 808. 808, you're live. What's your name and what platform are you on?
Right now I'm on Facebook. What up, Tim? It's Mike in Oklahoma. How you doing, man?
Mike in Oklahoma, man. How you doing, my friend? Glad to have you.
Yeah, just wanted to, of course, always start out by saying thank you, man. What you have to put up with to do a good job for people is crazy. But wanted to say thank you for that, and listen to the interview last night. I thought it was amazing. A couple of things that came to my mind. One, last night I got so much more respect for Donna Brazile because like a lot of people that are as famous as her in the politic world, we don't. You almost get a caricature of her. You don't get the real her. And then for you to be able to sit down and spend an hour really talking to her, I was just like, she's been in politics for 40 years. And a lot of people forget she was a black woman in Louisiana 50 years ago, going to college, coming up. That couldn't have been easy. Now, I'm a white dude in Oklahoma, lived in Hawaii and California, but I can only imagine how tough that must have been. And for her to rise up the way she did and work her way to where she is, there's a lot of respect there. Now, do I disagree with her on a lot of stuff? Absolutely. But I thought you handled it amazingly. You did the thing, I like to call it dinner guest treatment, where when somebody comes over and you might have some specific disagreements, and, you got your cousin there or one of your kids be like, hey, ask them about this or ask them about that. You're cool with them. Ask them about this because it bothers me that they're like this on some level. And you did that, but you didn't hammer her. You didn't go disrespectful. One of my favorites was last night when you were like, so are you saying that you didn't talk to Hillary Clinton and give her the questions? And her answer was, I talked to everybody. I talked to Bernie. I talked to Republicans. I talked to everybody. I'm like, that was a cold political answer right there. That was a ninja level political answer. So, you got to admit, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I talked to everybody. But I just wanted to tell you, man, you did a great job. And I was just, man, I don't know. I feel like you're one of us who happens to be over there versus one of those people over there, not one of us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're a regular dude. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You work to pay your bills and feed your family, and this stuff is important to you, and you're, giving us the voice. And so, to be able to watch you just knock it out of the park, man, that was wonderful, and thank you for that. Just thank you for that, and I got a new respect for her, and I love the fact that she is trying to do the party thing. I mean, do you think for a minute that she's happy with everything going on in the Democratic Party? I don't think so. And all the people that were like, hammer her. It's like, not saying she did everything right. I'm not saying I agree with her on everything. But for that woman to be that strong and to come out and to, for lack of a better way to say it, allude to the truth. You know what I mean? and for her to kind of stand up and, risk her relationship with the Clintons. The Clintons kill people for messing with them. So, that was brave of her, I thought it was ballsy how you pushed her on the did not feel safe situation, and you brought up Seth Rich. I mean, how many corporate anybody's are going to talk to Donna Brazile and bring up Seth Rich? They're not going to. You know what I mean? Corporate media is just not going to do that, the way you did. So that was just thank you for that, man, because that was tough. And I know, a lot of what you do as a media person and, a public person, a lot of your, currency is in the relationships you have. And I saw you last night. You literally risked a relationship with, maybe the top Democrat, if not one of the top 3 Democrats in the whole country that aren't officially running, And, we all know those behind-the-scenes people are power brokers. You don't become the Democratic chair without knowing a little bit about how to play the game, right? Mm-hmm. Twice. So, anyway, I thought that was interesting. And I wanted to thank you, man, and I felt like you knocked it out of the park. And for people that are hating, they don't understand what you're trying to do. And the fact that she ended the call going, let's talk at least every quarter. I'm available, and I will make myself available to you, Tim. That's so valuable for us that are fighting on this side. Maybe we're third-party people, or maybe we're, drain the Democratic swamp party people, or like the gentleman that was just before me said, maybe you just vote for the right person. But to be able to have access to somebody that high up in that game and to be able to bring them to us and, whether we like what they're saying or not, they're going to at least say it to us. And you're providing that for us, man. And thank you for that, man. I just hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're driving, a fat new Lincoln. I hope you're wearing polo boots, man. You know what I mean? I hope your kids got too many presents under the trees right now and they can't walk through the house, man. I just, for what you're doing, knowing that, for lack of a better term, there's a lot of pieces of crap out there that are making just multi-millions of dollars. And for you, and now you're doing 3 shows a day? Oh, my dude, I'm sending you some Red Bull, all right? People don't know what that's like. Pushing 3 different shows. It's not like I'm doing Tim Black 1, 2, and 3. It's coffee. It's, the black voice. And, then it's this. Dealing with us knuckleheads. I'm playing out there, y'all. But anyway, and you you do all that, man, and that's a lot, and thank you. And then I'll let you go, but I did want to ask you one question. As I listened to you this afternoon, I didn't get to listen to Coffee yet. I normally, if I don't catch that in the morning, I'll catch that as I go to bed at night. But did you hear about P. Diddy possibly buying the Carolina Panthers and Colin Kaepernick and Steph Curry getting involved with him, and he's actually got a meeting set up? Have you heard about that?
I saw it on Twitter, man. I saw Kaepernick say that he was interested, but I wonder how much ownership P. Diddy would actually have in it, but it did sound interesting. I haven't dug into it, but I am going to look further into it.
Yeah, it's just an interesting story, and I'd love to get your take on it. I think it's a beautiful idea, and I would love to see it. I mean, if Jay-Z can go basketball, P. Diddy can go football, and I think it's way past time. You know what I mean? For more, black majority ownership, just black ownership, period.
Right.
But especially in the NFL, So anyway, man, thank you, man. Are you doing good? If I don't talk to you again, because I know we get busy, happy Christmas and Merry New Year to you, man. And I'm gonna be listening, but other people need to talk to you too, man. So,
my brother, man. Thank you so much, Mike, man. Mike, man, dude. Man. Mike, man, you moved me, brother. I'm trying to tell you, man. You really touched me with that, What can I tell you, man? No, it's not. Brother ain't driving no Lincoln. We got one car, and it's an old car. And I'm just fortunate that we make enough to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Just like you probably. And that's all we doing, man. But the 3 shows is that one of the knocks people had is that I didn't have enough diversity in my audience. And it ate at me a little because I don't want to be seen as one-dimensional because I'm not. And I know where I came from. I know who I am. And I'm definitely, interested in informing the world. So I'm gutsy. I don't work for no corporation. I can say the truth no matter who I'm talking to on any subject. So my truth doesn't change because of my audience, but audiences want you to focus sometimes. So that's the reason why I did the 3rd show. And I'm like, hey, man, that's how I started getting better at shows is I did more of them. And I started learning from my mistakes. There's no training program for this. So the more work you do, the better you get. The more you take phone calls, no one screens my calls. I got to react on the fly. That helps me when I go on, other radio shows and people throw stuff at me, or when I get, the occasional television appearance. So, man, I just find ways to get better myself, man. But, man, I really, I'm just going to keep working it. We live indoors. That's good. And I got a couple things I'm going to try to do. You'd be amazed, man. It's so refreshing to hear you say, I want you to do well, Tim. I had people to be like, it's like they don't want you to do well. It's like they want you to, I don't know. I get crazy messages sometimes, man. It's crazy. But anyway, thank you so much, Mike, man. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Merry Christmas to you, and a Merry New Year to you as well if we don't talk, man. Good people, great people, man. I want everybody to live as comfortably as possible. Just know you ain't got to sell out people you care about. You don't have to do anything that's against your better judgment to do it. You don't have to be a blood-sucking corporatist to make a living, man. What's wrong with being comfortable? You don't need to be multiple rich. But how come you do well? Like, do well, be well. You know what I'm saying? And treat people well, All right, I'm going to keep moving, man. My bad. I don't mean to be preaching. But, God, man, I got these great callers calling in. Oh, man. Let me see where we are. That was 808. 909 in the house. 909, you're live.
Hey, Tim Black.
Hey.
Hey, it's Irma Linda. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Because I'm using my headphones.
Irma, how you doing, sister? Yes, I hear you.
Okay. I'm doing great, thank you. The previous caller just took a lot of he said a lot of things that I was going to say, but I'm going to go ahead and second it here. I watched the Donna Brazile interview yesterday. You did excellent. But you know what? There was a light bulb moment that I had at the end when Donna Brazile did say, let's stay in touch or let's stay connected. And the light bulb moment was, wow, we actually have an opportunity. We are actually being valued within the progressive community, the non-corporate, the independent, areas or platforms to actually have a seat at the table, if you think about it. And so that was like a big eye-awakening opportunity when I heard the very closing of your interview. So I was ecstatic to hear that, because I guess we are really we are getting their attention. So really that's what I took away from that interview. And I loved how you were respectful. You asked the questions that you wouldn't have heard in any other platform, in any corporate media platform. You went there with Seth Rich. You talked about some of the specifics around the rigging. And yeah, I mean, she answered it as best she could in her, 40-plus year experience. It is what it is. But you were respectful, and then you are now kind of building that bridge. If you think about it, you're doing a great job because you are building that bridge and giving an opportunity to elevate our voice on that other side. And why would you burn a bridge? Why would you do the opposite? I don't get it. And by the way, I did listen to your previous show, the second one you did today. I think it was Blackbird. I think that's the session.
Blackbird, right.
And you did touch upon that. And I mean, you're right. Why would you insult or disrespect her? What would she do? She would just hang up. She has nothing to lose. And, you would have more to lose. So I for those who are being critical about that, they're just not very savvy about how you need to navigate in the, in the journalism, realm. So I just, that would be a dumb move. So you're spot on what you said in your previous show. But speaking of the previous show, I wanted to let you know that I'm obsessed with your show in my evening. So I was just eating a burger and enjoying some of my new rings, and I was just watching your show, and my jaw dropped because you said some really good truths about the Cornell West op-ed, really just speaking truth on that person, that writer who is African American, who quote unquote is really advocating for the Black community. But what stood out for me is what you said, that a real advocate is someone who not just blogs or writes or shows up in interviews and goes to paid conventions. It's someone who's on the protests, on the rallies, who's getting arrested, who's really on the ground doing real activism. Those are the people that you may see them in the mainstream media, but if they're out there on the ground engaging with the community, those are the right people that are really moving in the right direction. Those are the real progressives that are doing the right thing. And I didn't think about that until you said it. So you're spot on what you said. So like I said in my little comment that I added in the second show, your shows are like wine. They're getting better by the day. So, and the last point I wanted to make is I joined your show late because I was busy listening to your second show, and I'm not sure what I missed in the first 40 minutes, but as you know, I'm not a long-time listener. By the way, I'm a paid Patreon, and I'm proud of it, and I'm going to continue to, contribute the best, money that anyone can buy. But I wanted to let you know that I joined your platform. I joined your community because obviously after what happened in California, the rigging of the California primary for Bernie, I needed a place, an outlet to understand what's going on. It wasn't being covered. So that's my background. So I'm not a long-time listener, but I will say that a lot of people, I'm sure, have joined your platform for the same reason, because of Bernie and seeing the rigging. But I think there's another opportunity that you are offering. I think it's magnificent, is that I listened to the Black Word show, and you're touching upon the struggles, the issues that are affecting the Black community. I wouldn't have listened to that previous to the primaries. So you're now creating another opportunity to bridge and build awareness to those who wouldn't have, gone into YouTube to listen to the issues. So I just wanted to let you know that was another big light bulb moment, is that you have a huge opportunity because you're really covering and really sharing the struggles from a
90
Black community
seconds.
perspective. And I just wanted you to know that those are the things that really stood out for me today. And like I said, keep doing a good job. It's like wine. It just gets better and better. So that's it for me. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Ermelinda. Stop trying to make me cry, Ermelinda. That make me cry over here. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you.
60 seconds.
One of the things I told myself was that I feel like the problems that face all communities need input from masses of people, and it's been something that's been bothering me. And I understand people that say certain issues in the black community, they need to be handled in-house. I understand that. But some things are political, and we just don't have the numbers, frankly, by ourselves to do everything. And I believe that I do have a diverse audience, and I believe it's also my job to inform my audience. So anybody's welcome, of course.
10 seconds.
But as long as you know the agenda of that show, the purpose of that show, the standpoint of that show, is for black folks, and it's just one thing I do. I mean, I do 3 shows a day. I have to give back to my community in a way that I can do. But I want to thank you, Irma Linda, for being open to that and being like, I don't know about this stuff. Let me learn about it. And also communicating that to me, because that's the type of comment that really keeps me going. Because people were saying I would lose my white audience, that white people would be mad, upset. People were writing me that I made a big mistake. And then I saw some people leave my show, leave my Patreon, and it bothered me. But I said, you know what, I'm just going to keep going anyway. If people leave, they weren't ever here. Like like they were fool's gold. They weren't really my supporters. That's the way I have to look at it in order to operate and not second guess important decisions. So thank you, Irma Linda. Thank you so much. You really touched my heart. That's like Merry Christmas for me. Thank you, lady. All right. 450, you are live. What's your name and what platform are you calling from? 450.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
That's you, 450. Somebody. Hello. Hola, muchacha. Oh. Hola, amigo. Hola, amiga. Okay, I'm going to go to the next call. You got to go next call. For the phone cut off. 818. You're live. How you doing, 818?
Hello, Tim.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. Who's this?
My name is Carrie. I'm calling from California, and I'm on YouTube.
Carrie from Cali. Hold on, Carrie. Thank you so much, Carrie, for calling in. Yeah, YouTube in the house.
I want to be the record that keeps skipping and to tell you that you did a wonderful job last night, young man.
Oh, sister.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think that you're really growing and you have a life and you've discovered that you've got to live it. So I'm telling you, congratulations. I see you as becoming even bigger than you are now. And I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, but I felt like I needed to call and tell you thank you for your show last night. And that's it, Tim. I'm out.
Thank you, Carrie, so much, sister. I appreciate you. And I'm inspired by so many people who inspire me, man. Sometimes I look at like Larry King, like I like Larry King's laid-back style, H.A. Goodman, he often say, Tim, you like Larry King, man. You like Larry King? What? Did I really watch Larry King? Like, man, you know what? Larry King, he really has a real smooth, he's never mean and, it's just not who I am, man. I ain't going to put on for people, man. I can get loud when people, if the issue, but by and large, man, it's not my style, man. But I thank you so much, Curry, for calling up. And let me move on to the next call. 772, you're live. What's your name and what platform are you on?
It's Eric from Florida, Eric 8526. I had to call in.
Eric, my brother, man, did you hear me call you out earlier? I was talking about you. I mentioned your name.
Yes. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
No doubt, man. No doubt, Eric. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Tim. The Donna Brazil interview was amazing. Keep up the amazing work. But it's fun to say one interesting, like there was something very interesting that she said. I'm trying to think. What was it? It was something about the DNC CEO.
Oh, the CEO of the DNC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nico talked about
I never knew that there was a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that there was a CEO until now. I was like, wait, that's something I caught. Like that was like the best part of the interview.
Yeah, good point, Eric. Damn good point. I didn't catch it at the time, man. I'm going through trying to remember what she's saying. Listen, think about my next question set up, and make sure I push her on this question. What's the follow up to the question I'm about to ask her? And she's throwing out stuff. But yeah, man, when I went back and listened, you're absolutely right, brother. That was an eye opener.
That was a huge one. I never knew about that until the interview.
Right.
Because I also rewatched it. I also rewatched it. I was like, I caught that. I was like, oh my gosh.
My brother.
But you do amazing work, Tim.
Well, man.
Always a proud Patreon, and I support people on Patreon. So
you the man,
and
Eric.
I'm going to keep supporting the people.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Tim. Love everybody. You guys take care. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus. Happy everything.
My brother, she got it all in. What Eric said, that goes for me too. All that. I appreciate that. Eric know all of them. Festivus. I forget that one sometime. I never really could get into Kwanzaa, man. I tried, man. I tried. But it's the concept is great if you ever check out Kwanzaa. It's and I wished H.A. Goodman happy Hanukkah yesterday. And I grew up without holidays. So that's my background. Like my mom religious, her religion, we didn't celebrate any holidays. So I didn't grow up that way. And it's when you don't grow up a certain way, it's sort of like go over your head a little bit. Let me go back and see if I can grab this 450 number. 450, this is my second try with you. Gotcha. 450, who's this?
What?
You're live.
Hello.
Hey, you're live, 450.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
450. That's where it happens.
Okay.
How you doing?
What's up, man? What's your name and what platform are you on?
I'm on YouTube.
YouTube. All right, brother.
Oui.
Okay, so here we go. What's on your mind tonight, man?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
Just wanted to say, great job, man. I love feeling what's happening in the U.S. with everybody waking up about politics because it's been missing. Been missing for a while.
Man, you know what? It's what's needed, man. It's what we need. We need to make some changes in this country, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I live up in Canada, so shout outs for all the Canadian people watching on your YouTube. I've seen them donate to your channel. Peace and the hashtags out. And it should be noted that you're doing a great job. Absolutely.
Hey, man, thank you, brother.
Bringing up all the little underground aspects of what's happening.
Well, thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm listening. We're listening, man. I thank you, Mister. You're in Canada, huh? How's politics in Canada?
It's so easy that they have to absolutely listen to us because there's really not money in our politics. You can only donate so much to blah, 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 blah. So you have to really keep an eye on everybody that way, right? So.
Wow. No Citizens United. We got loopholes here, Citizens United, and ways to go around corporate personhood. We got ways for corporations to pretend to be people, and it's the ways to play with the amount of donations, the cap on donations. It's crazy, brother. Super PAC money, dark money. We got all types of money problems influencing our politics, man.
Yeah, and that's why I watch you, man. Tim, you could be my neighbor right across the street.
I hear you,
know,
man.
if you shave, you'd be exactly like Jeff. He's like 6'4". He works out, so he's in a little bit better shape than you. Nope.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
We have an equal system here where, my neighbor comes from India. My neighbor comes from all over the frickin' world. So there's not really that disregard for other people from other areas, right? So it's really about getting everybody together and understanding, hey, what the frick, man? We all believe in a certain, 1 to 10 principle where you be nice, stand up for your rights, and don't let people above you bully you around. You know what I mean? So
basic tenets. Yeah.
It's that's why I watch you. I've been subscribed to Jimmy. I've been subscribed to TYT to keep an eye on you guys down south because I really believe that there's so much more that can happen from you guys down there, man. You got to be on top of shit, right?
I hear you, man. Look, man, thank you so much for the phone call. Give it up for my friend from Canada. And, yeah, man, I'm a firm believer in subscribe to whoever you want to. You know what I mean? This shouldn't be just one. Why would you want to watch one channel all the time? Have your go-to channels, but check other channels out, man. I'm a big supporter of other people. Lee Camp, that's my guy. We do comedy together. I've been out to a couple of dates with him on the comedy circuit and had a ball. It was amazing to be in front of an audience. And Lee is one of the people, before I started doing this, who I used to watch, and I used to love the way he did. Moment of Clarity was his show. And then I saw him kind of go to RT. And so he inspired me, Jimmy Dore came later, and Jimmy Dore is another great contributor. And there are a lot of good people out here, so good people with good messages, well-intentioned people, diverse people. What can I say, man? I just think it's a big deal. I think the media war is important, y'all. That's the war, guys, because media influences the masses. And if you add a little bit of personality, a little bit of entertainment, I might be able to get a few people who would normally not even want to check out politics and not even be concerned with these issues, because a lot of them are sad. It can be depressing. So I do it my way. You know what I mean? I do it my way. All right, guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll be back here tomorrow. I won't have a night show, but I will be back for coffee, and then with Black Word tomorrow, and then, we'll just keep doing it. I want everybody to know who called up tonight with kind words of support. I want to thank you so much for that. I thought I heard it all, man, but tonight it's kind of unbelievable. People that came out, man. Thank you for wishing me well and wishing this platform well. This platform is my baby, and it's growing every day because of you guys. So give it up for you guys. And give it up for my friend, Lita Gray, Lita Gray for a super chat donation. Thank you, Lita. I forget to mention this every once in a while. Good people like Lita, they throw a couple dollars towards the show. Thank you so much, Lita, for contributing to the super chat. I really need to pay more attention to it. More people. I've seen other shows. People, they get donations on that. I mean, maybe I should mention super chat when I do shows, but I'm so focused on the phone lines. I'm focused on the comments. I'm running my mouth. But thank you, Lita Gray, for doing that. And thank you to all my Patreons as well. Without you, I'd have to do something else. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And with that, guys, I'm going to leave it there, all right? I'll see you on the next one. Oh, don't forget, TimandTimBlackTV.com for story ideas. The content on the show is suggested content by viewers like you. So make some suggestions. Peace.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
I didn't know I couldn't do that. Bye, Felicia.